Is there evidence that millimeter waves from 5G, the fifth generation of wireless networks, cause health problems in humans? No, that's not true. Although some researchers have expressed reservations regarding the rollout of 5G, many health agencies have determined that 5G technology does not present any known risks for the general public. Such claims appeared in a video, posted to Facebook on December 5, 2021. The video was a 2019 report from NTD News that covered the Wireless Technology Symposium in Toronto. The symposium, hosted by the nonprofit Canadians for Safe Technology, featured researchers who expressed uncertainty about 5G millimeter waves. The report opened, quote, "5G fifth-generation technology promises faster download speeds and conveniences that most of us have never dreamed of. But we'll also be blanketed with a new type of radiation called millimeter waves. Health experts are warning about the rising risks with a 5G rollout." End quote. This is what the post looked like on Facebook on December 8, 2021. Source: Facebook screenshot taken on WEDDEC 8/22/55/2021 UTC. The report featured several claims about health concerns associated with 5G millimeter waves, some of which will be examined in this fact-check. Claim: the public will be blanketed with a new type of radiation called millimeter waves. Facts: as shown above, this claim was in the lead-in of the report and began at the 008 mark. The claim's implication that radiation is inherently harmful through the choice of the word blanketed is unfounded. The electromagnetic spectrum, displayed below in a graphic from the National Cancer Institute, is a representation of electromagnetic radiation, or electromagnetic waves. There are two main groups of radiation: non-ionizing radiation, which does not contain enough energy to eliminate electrons from atoms and molecules, and ionizing radiation, which is high energy and eliminates electrons from atoms and molecules. Source: National Cancer Institute. Non-ionizing radiation, which is generally considered harmless, is the radiation emitted by cell phones, Wi-Fi routers and other technology regularly used by the public. Specifically, wireless networks emit radio frequency radiation, RFR, and extremely high frequency, EHF, radio frequencies emit millimeter waves, EHF. When it comes to wireless networks, 5G is the only generation that uses millimeter waves. The National Toxicology Program, NTP, which is part of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, has explained that millimeter waves are a defining feature of 5G that assist with its speed and reliability. Quote, "The higher frequencies, known as millimeter waves, can rapidly transmit enormous amounts of data with increased network capacity compared with current technologies. Millimeter waves do not travel as far and do not penetrate the body as deeply as do the wavelengths of the lower frequencies. Since these millimeter waves are likely to penetrate no deeper than the skin, there is less concern that these frequencies can cause harmful effects in the heart and brain. However, scientists do not know if millimeter waves may cause toxicity in the skin and other human tissues. Since the NTP's studies have demonstrated that there is some interaction between RFR exposure at the tested frequencies and cancers of certain tissues, there is a need to understand the interaction between RFR and biological tissues and the factors that affect that interaction." End quote. So, while more research is needed to determine the effects of RFR exposure at varying frequencies on the body, no evidence directly points to 5G as a harmful source of radiation. These two fact-checks, Here and Here, from LED Stories also discuss the relationship between 5G and millimeter waves. Claim: symptoms of emerging wireless radiation include headache, fatigue, decreased ability to concentrate, tinnitus, irritability and insomnia, along with effects on the nervous system and the heart. Facts: this claim was made beginning at the 055 mark by Reina Bray, an environmental health consultant who was a speaker at the symposium. However, the World Health Organization published a resource that says otherwise. In response to the question, "What are the potential health risks of 5G?" the resource states, quote, "To date, and after much research performed, no adverse health effect has been causally linked with exposure to wireless technologies. Health-related conclusions are drawn from studies performed across the entire radio spectrum but, so far, Only a few studies have been carried out at the frequencies to be used by 5G. Tissue heating is the main mechanism of interaction between radio frequency fields and the human body. Radiofrequency exposure levels from current technologies result in negligible temperature rise in the human body.